Live from Sacramento, California. All set to bring you MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Athletics. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And towing the slab, Jeffrey Springs. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Shohei Ohtani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Strike 2. In the air, left field, Soderstrom on the move. Flashes the leather on the running catch. 1 away. Here's the Pirates lineup now. Needless to say, this is an aggressive lineup. They've drawn fewer walks than any other team in the league.
Well, Boog, as I pop my collar, this lineup is taking the Chris Singleton approach. But in today's game, we know walks are key to scoring runs. At times, this lineup swings a little too freely. They need to make pitchers work harder.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Nice grab. Throw to first, and they get the out.
Batting third, the catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Up next for the Pirates, Cal Raleigh. And this is a guy that doesn't just impact the game defensively. They count on him to deliver offense.
He's the first guy at the ballpark. He's got to study opposing hitters. He's got to get familiar with his starting pitcher for that night. And he's getting in the cage to take his swings. That's a whole lot, and so many times goes unnoticed.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball 1.
And that one got a piece of him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He's on the verge of a milestone. His next home run will be the 300th of his career.
You know, Boog, 300 homers would be an amazing achievement for him. Fewer than 200 players have ever done it. Hit 300, you tie Chuck Klein. Hit 301, you tie Rogers Hornsby. I can't wait to see if he pulls it off.
And a swing and a miss. Up the middle, Wilson. They get the force, and that'll do it. And now the Athletics offense gets its first shot here. No score. Back after this. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the mound in this one, Paul Skeens. Lots of punch-outs. A real strikeout artist, Singy.
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for two. And he's into second with nobody out.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Next up for the A's, Mark McGwire, the leading home run hitter in the American League. Swings over the top of that one.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Skeens, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Good job to fight that one off. Man at second. Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Kurtz around third. He will score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Zach Geloff at the plate now as he chases after that one. One on, nobody out, a run in here in the third and final game of the series. That misses the zone. Ball two. There's a strike. McGwire gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Goes down looking.
Batting fourth, the catcher.
And time now to check out the A's lineup. In the sixth spot for them in this one, Jacob Wilson.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, you know, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy is always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
On the inside corner for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
That was the sweeper, but it missed. Man at first, one away. And that one misses up and in. And now it's 3-2. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Gone. His first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One down. Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but So many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Buxton takes it in for the out. 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jacob Wilson. That one's in there. 0-1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
The 1-1. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count.
And a foul ball. Up the middle, Lindor. And that's the 3rd out. The A's with a 2-run blast. As the A's are on top, it's the game of the week on MLB The Show. We move ahead to the top of the 2nd now. So the Pittsburgh Pirates are squarely in the middle of the pack about halfway through the season. For a team that had such high preseason expectations, that's got to be a bit of a letdown, right, Singy?
Yeah, I'd say so, Boog. I mean, there's a ton of talent on this team, but so far they haven't done much to show that they're capable of playing at that championship level. But keep your eyes on them in the second half. There's plenty of firepower on this roster for sure, and if they can turn the corner and get things clicking, the rest of the league better watch out.
Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Yordan Alvarez. The batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Alvarez with a homer in his last game. Cut on and missed. Good change up right there. 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Two down, bases empty. Here's Byron Buxton.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
The 0-1. In the air, left field. Soderstrom moving under it. And that is that. Offense held in check. Bottom half of inning number 2. Leading off, Jeff McNeil. McNeil with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Next pitch is downstairs. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Swing and a miss. On the inside corner for called strike 3. Now the third baseman homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. That one outside, and it's 1-0. Chop back up the middle. Lindor on the run, sends it over to first, and it beats him. What a play.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Ichiro Suzuki.
Ichiro Suzuki now at the plate.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Two down, nobody on. Ripped on a line to center. And that's the inning. So they go quietly there. We played 2 full. It's the A's 3 and the Pirates nothing. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers.
You know, these Pirates, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Here's a 2-0. And he chases that one below the zone. Just missed. Late with the swing there.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Batting average this month over 400.
Suzuki settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the designated hitter, Shohei.
So the Pirates batting order turns over. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He's 0 for 1. Outside with a breaking ball. Nobody on the team has more stolen bases than he does this season, Chris. Inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. Murakami, the base runner at first with 1 out.
No, inside.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Two on, 1 out. Fights it off. You'll see another. One and 2 now. Now one missed.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Cal Raleigh digs in now. Hit by a pitch his first time up.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Top of the zone for a called strike. Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Stays alive. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Here's a 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. That missed by a lot. Ball 1. And there's a ball.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. Takes it to the base for the force out. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. Pirates leave him loaded. They trail in this one 3-0. As we go to the last of the third. Well, Singy, we highlighted him in the open, nearly untouchable on the mound of late, but today, not so much.
Yeah, he's got to battle and try to gain that confidence back. A lot of game left in this one.
Inside, almost got him. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That K is his third of the game.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's some real power at the plate. Mark McGwire. And that's in there for strike 1.
No, that's a ball.
Just missed. Inside, 3-1. And there's ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Man at first with 1 gone. And now Zach Geloff. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Geloff getting the start at second. Made his big league debut when he was 23 years old. And he was a second-round pick in 2021.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
McGwire over at first with 1 away. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Next offering is fouled back. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. McGwire coming home. The relay to the plate. Safe. He beats the tag. And they lead by 4.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
One out, runner at second. Jonah Heim getting ready to hit.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Singy, that was a laser shot, and a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change. New arm out of the bullpen, number 70.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
At the plate, Tyler Soderstrom. In there at the knees, it's 0-1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here in the last half of the third. This one in the air, center field. Buxton should have this one. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. He scores on the sac fly, and the lead is up to 5. So digging in, Jacob Wilson. Grounded out his first time up. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Boog, that's cheddar, baby.
On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. As we go to the top of the fourth, Ketel Marte up to the plate. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one is gone. Ketel Marte leaves the yard. His 21st of the year, and they're on the board.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you.
His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Ball to strike. The pitch. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. That one not close. And that's ball two. That misses. And it's 3-2. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So Buxton gets a chance to hit now. Byron Buxton, former second overall pick back in 2012, right after Carlos Correa became the first pick in that draft.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Alvarez gets his lead at first with nobody out. Right through there for a strike.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it'd throw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
And that'll do it. Cannonball coming. It's now 5-1. We hope you're enjoying the game of the week on MLB The Show. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Late swing, foul to the left.
You know, these Athletics really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
The 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Number 44, batting with one down, takes a strike. And that's in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers. 0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Not close with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that skips into dirt. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Ichiro Suzuki up next for the A's. 0 for 1 so far. Check swing, and he went 0-1. His stolen base numbers this season are good enough to put him top 5 in baseball, Siggy. In the air, right field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing there for the A's. They're up 5-1. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Number 50.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Ohtani, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1.
You know, these Pirates just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Now one missed. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the first baseman,
Man at first, and here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 2. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Here goes the runner. Pitch is high. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, with a good arm behind the dish, it's definitely a roll of the dice here to try to steal second base. Man, he can zip it down there so quickly. That was a pretty good throw as well, but really good, clean, stolen base. He can be pretty proud of himself.
Man at second. It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
the catcher, Raleigh.
Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Cal Raleigh. And that drops in for a strike. One away with a runner at third. And we're at the top of the 5th. Inside, almost got him.
Let's go, Jack.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Outside. Ball 3. Foul ball. Payoff pitch. Swing and a high fly ball left field. That's out number 2.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And in this big spot, here comes Francisco Lindor.
And in the back of his mind, he's got to be thinking about home run number 300. He's sitting on 299 right now.
And that is that. So one left for Pittsburgh. They're down 5-1. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now the A's designated hitter, Nick Kurtz. Fastball is outside.
You know, these A's putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That one ripped, but foul. Two now. Slider misses outside. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Tatis under it. One down.
Up next for the A's, the first baseman,
Mark
number
McGuire
25.
up next for the A's. He's one of the best players in the game. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and on the mound now for the Pirates, Zach Littell.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Check swing went around, and that is strike one. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 1-2. And he dodges that fastball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away. Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Geloff in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. And the slider just misses. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That catches the corner. Next offering in there for a strike. It's 2-2. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Now it's 3-2. Jonah Heim would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. A's go quickly and quietly there. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Back a few highlights to help tell the story of the game. So up next, Ketel Marte.
The second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Ball.
Hit in the air, left field. Soderstrom in and to his right. One up, one down.
Up next for the Pirates, the left fielder.
Here's Yordan Alvarez.
Yordan
He is struck out
Alvarez.
and he is walked. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. To the warning track, makes the catch.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Byron Buxton will hit next. Missed with a changeup, and that is ball one. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on, and we're the top half of the sixth. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. This one's got a chance. And it's gone! Home run! Byron Buxton goes the opposite way. Home run number 15 on the year. And they're chipping away. It's 5-2.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Elvis Alvarado. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here's a big power threat. Munetaka Murakami. A strikeout and a walk. Alvarado on the mound for the 40th time this season. And he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. The A's bullpen has some movement. Luis Morales, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Savali also throwing. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Punch him out.
2 down, nobody on. He goes down looking. But the Bucks get one back in the solo home run. It's now 5-2. This is the game of the week on MLB The Show.
Leading off.
The switch hitting catcher will come up to hit. Jonah Heim. Sliced hard but foul. Line drive, base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Soderstrom up for the 3rd time here, watches that one miss. And he's currently the team leader in batting average, Chris. Runner takes off, swing and a miss. Throw down a second, they're in plenty of time. He's caught stealing.
Well, I think that was a hit and run right there. When you look at how far that pitch was out of the zone and the hitter still trying to put wood on it, put it in play, that tells you that they had something going. But unfortunately, it was a good job of execution by the pitcher and the catcher. to get that out of the zone and then throw out the runner at second base. Really nice job behind the dish.
The 1-1. And that's down and away. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2. That's ripped. Base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Jacob Wilson up next for the A's. Wilson hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Soderstrom leads off first with one away.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
On the ground to third, into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard. Jeff McNeil stands in.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split. The A's looking to add another here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Takes it in for the out. Two aboard, 2 outs. Here's the third baseman. In the dirt. The 1-0. And a swing and a miss. Swings through that one for strike 2. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. A's strand a couple. They're still out in front, 5-2. We go to the top of the 7th. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 1 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Ohtani stands in now and watches strike 1. That one lifted to left. Soderstrom under it. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next to the Pirates, the first baseman,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now, 1 for 3. In the air, center field. Suzuki has a beat on it. Brings it in. And that is that. Bucks go down quietly. They trail at 5-2. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The center fielder, Ichiro Suzuki.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Kyle Hart.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least one an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. On the ground, right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Back to the top of the order now. Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. And that one did find the strike zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Suzuki on at first, nobody out. Swing and a foul straight back. Got him. One away.
Finished him off by blowing it by him up high, but they did a really nice job of setting that pitch up. The plan of attack early on was to keep everything down around the knees, so that was a good call to change his eye level and run it by him for the K.
Mark McGuire now at the plate.
The first baseman, number 25, Mark McGuire.
That clips the corner. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kenley Jansen into the game.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Geloff stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
Now, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And a breaking ball misses outside. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that will end the inning. The A's strand 1, and it remains 5-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Jacob Lopez.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. The switch hitter batting right. There's a swing and a drive. Soderstrom going back. Can't get there. This one lands foul.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Pitch misses there. Ball one. The Athletics have some bullpen action. Hogan Harris, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. And 1-2. That one way inside. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Soderstrom takes it in for the out. One down.
Up next to the Pirates.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. 0 for 3 in this one. That's ripped into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Here's Ketel Marte. He's already homered in this game. And that one hit to first. Takes it himself. He's out. And here comes Yordan Alvarez for a critical at bat. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm thinking he had his mind on getting in the dugout so they could get to hitting. All it takes is just a little lapse in concentration. So now let's see if his pitcher will pick him up.
Two outs, runner at first. Byron Buxton, the next Pirate to hit. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Carrying well. And it is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And we are starting over.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Jacob Lopez won't go any further tonight. And it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Luis Morales comes on now.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
Here's the third baseman, Munetaka Murakami. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But they score 3 times to even it up. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. We're all tied up 5-5. On to the bottom of the 8th. And now here's the A's catcher, Jonah Heim. Right side, hard hit. And a key out leading off the bottom of the 8th.
Up next for the A's, the left fielder, Tyler.
So digging in, Tyler Soderstrom. Down the middle for a strike. And it's 0-1.
goodness. I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 6-5.
Nothing better than hitting a home run and put your team out in front. He's enjoying a fun trip around the bases.
A slider right down the middle of the plate. It's like slow motion for a hitter. You're just licking your chops, waiting for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
1 down. Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Ripped on a line. And there's 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. And now here's Jeff McNeil. High fly ball, right field. Tatis under this one. And that ends the inning. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. Through 8 full, the A's are on top here, 6-5. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Hogan Harris.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Tatis leading things off and takes a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. The changeup missing. Now 1-2.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Pretty close, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one in the dirt. Now 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. And that skips in the dirt. 1 down, base is empty here in the 9th. Pitch misses there, and now 3-0. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. would be next. Big bat with a potentially huge opportunity. There's a strike, and the count is 3-1. Swings through that one.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the next Pirate to hit. Step off throw to first. Ohtani back in. Known for his late inning heroics. Just missed.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
The Buccos with the go-ahead run at the plate. Next pitch is outside.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they hold the lead runner at second. Potential tying run now in scoring position.
No, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Cal Raleigh. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. Two on, one out. Just off the inside edge.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
That's in there. That is strike two.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Pirates with only one out left.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
So they're down to their final out. Next, it's the Pirates cleanup hitter, Francisco Lindor. Just missed.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Hard hit, right side. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
6-5 the final here today. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by the Game of the Week. I'm John Shambi. We'll talk to you soon.